everybody, welcome back to my wellness journey. I decided to go film today. Wow, it's really bumpy. Hope this comes out well. I decided to go film today in one of my favorite spots, one of my favorite vistas. It's on the 46 that goes between Paso Robles and Cambria. And this is a really beautiful road. It's, a pass up and down mountains, but there's some really great spots. You get these beautiful vistas. On one side, you've got the vineyards over here, and on this side over here, you can see the ocean. So it's really beautiful. Can't wait to show you guys. All right, guys, today I'm going to talk to you about a few things I use either every single day or almost every single day in van life. These are all things I really don't think I can live without. And I'm glad I have these. You guys don't, if you're thinking about van life, I definitely recommend every one of these items you guys get because you're going to need them. Number one is my Jackery power station. I love this thing. It is the Jackery 250. This is the smallest size they make. I am not sponsored by Jackery, but I'm willing to be. This is fantastic. It really costs about $250. I use it to charge my phone, my watch, my laptop. I have a fan I can plug in. It works on that, so when it gets really hot, I can have some air blowing on me. It will not work with an induction cooktop or space heater, anything that has a lot of output. It won't work with that. I did have an electric kettle that I would plug into here, and that worked pretty well. It took like 10 to 15 minutes to boil a pot of water, and it would take about 20% of the battery power. That thing broke after 2 months, so I just threw it away and realized I'm just going to stick with my propane to heat my water in the morning. Speaking of propane, number two is my Coleman Stove. I use this pretty much every single day. In the mornings, I'll heat up water to make my coffee. I obviously cook dinner with it or lunch, depending on what I've got to do. It takes the little green canisters, the 1 pound canisters, and those last me pretty good. I'd say with the way I use propane, one canister lasts me about between 2 and 3 weeks, depending on how often I use it. It is great. I do recommend if you're cooking with this inside your van, open a window or crack a window, open a door, make sure you're getting oxygen in because flames will burn up oxygen. And when you're taking the thing out, I like to have the window or door cracked open just to let that pop out and let the propane go outside. But other than that, I've had no issues whatsoever with this. It's a fantastic cooktop. Number three, I've got my levelers. These are great. There's only like half of them. I have about 8 of these things. They work great. As you can see, they've been used. They are tore up from the floor up when I was out in Joshua Tree. I use it all the time. It basically just keeps your van level. You're not going to be off to one side. I use it a lot when I'm camping, if I'm at a friend's or family's house, and I'm in their yard or their driveway, and I need to level out. I can do that. I don't do it when I'm stealth parking because levelers are kind of making it obvious you're sleeping inside your van, so you don't want to use it then. Or also too, even if I'm level, I might just put a couple under the rear wheels just to lift the back up a little bit. I like having my head higher than my feet when I sleep. It's just much more comfortable for me. But definitely if you're doing a lot of backwoods camping, get levelers and make everything so much more comfortable. Number 4, and probably the most important thing I have for my van life, my luggable loo. Yep, this is my toilet. You can see it's literally just a bucket with a toilet seat on top. And the lid is broken. I gotta buy a new one, but I just put a bag in here. You can get black garbage bags that fit in here, but my experience, they kind of, every now and then they would leak, which was nasty. So I actually just use the same bags I use for my garbage can. They're the Glad bags, have the Febreze scent on them, and they're waterproof. The only downside is when I'm taking the bag out and taking it to the garbage to throw away, it's not quite opaque like the black bags are. So if you're watching me throw it away, it's a little obvious what's in there. So I'm just a little more stealthy about trying to throw it away than I normally am. Otherwise, my regular garbage is full. I throw it in my regular garbage, tile that up, and then the whole bag goes in the garbage. I do use this every single day. Even when I'm parked somewhere where I have access to a bathroom, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I gotta go. And I've always been one of the people that gotta go in the middle of the night. And I don't, if it's cold outside, I don't want to put a bunch of clothes on to go to the bathroom. If I'm at someone's house, I don't want to walk in and disturb them at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I will just get up and sit on this and do my business. I spray a little air freshener. And if you're in my van, you can't even tell I do my business in here. It doesn't smell like poop at all. In fact, a friend of mine was hanging out with me the other day, and he was like, I can't believe you actually take a crap in here. I can't smell anything. So yeah, I mean, you do it right. Get the air freshener in there. Keep the lid closed as soon as you can. Tie it off and throw it away. You'll never know. And finally, I have my curtains. These are my privacy curtains. As you can see, you can kind of see through them with the light coming behind. They're not total blackout curtains, but they are great for privacy. So when I park somewhere, I have a set of these on the side, on the barn doors here for those windows. I have a set behind the driver's side seat right here to give me privacy from there. And I've got a set right in the back behind my bed where my head is. So that closes up, and it pretty much blocks out. If I'm taking a nap during the day, most of the light is blocked out. At night, sometimes I'm in a parking lot where there's street lights or stealth parking on the street and there's street lights nearby, and that just kind of helps block out all the light. They're not total blackouts. If I'm in my van and I got a light on, if someone walks up, they'll see it. Usually if I'm like late at night watching TV, I'll just have like the laptop or the phone on, very dim light. Unless you're walking straight up to the van, you can't see it. So for the most part, it gives me privacy and a lot of stealth. If you're just driving by, you probably won't even notice anybody's in here. And one more thing I want to talk about, I do not use this every day. This is more one of those things that is good to have and not need it than need it and not have it. And at one point, I needed it and I didn't have it. And after I got it, I needed it. So I've used it. Battery charger. I was out in Joshua Tree, completely isolated. I was there for almost 2 weeks. The entire time I saw maybe 2 or 3 cars drive by where I was, going on entering the 4x4 road out there. And I had my doors open too long, the dome lights on, and it drained my battery. And I was dead, middle of nowhere. Thank God, about 4 hours later, somebody drove by who had cables and gave me a jump. And I told my dad what happened. He was great. We're in the store looking for something, and I kind of find him in one of the aisles staring at the shelf, and I go, "What's up?" And he goes, "I'm buying you this. I don't ever want you to get stuck again." So thank you, Dad. This has been a lifesaver, and I'm sure it'll be a lifesaver again, because sometimes I do dumb things and I get stranded in the middle of nowhere. So it's good to have this to not be stranded. Or if someone else is stranded, I can help them out. So